Show me the energy for the month of August. Oh my gosh, not August. I'm seeing the Strength card, and under the Page of Cups, which was under the Nine of Swords, and I guess that made me think of August. I meant to say, show me the energy of the month of October. It is no longer October 1st, but the energy remains the same. So, show me the energy for the month of October. Oh, okay. October. Okay. October is coming in hot. Clearly. That was a lot. That was a lot. I don't even know where to start. All right, so we have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. All right. Well, okay, before I touch anything, let's just see what's here. So the Ten of Wands is under the World card. And I remember last month, the Ten of Swords. Lord, did I say Ten of Wands? I meant Ten of Swords. All right, so Ten of Swords is under the World card. And I remember Ten of Swords was part of the story of last month. Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords. So the fact that the World card is on top of it just tells me this cycle of the story, it's almost gone. It's about to turn over, because as well as the Wheel of Fortune is here, almost reversed. It's sideways, but leaning more like the top is leaning more towards the bottom. So Anubis is almost on the top. And under that is the Justice card. And under that, oh gosh, there's more. Under that is the Hangman. And under that, oh my gosh, there's more. And under that is the Five of Wands. And under that is the Nine of Pentacles. Damn, y'all. Damn. October is making me sweat. I'm not even gonna hold you. October is making me sweat. I'm getting hot. Now I am wearing a robe, but wow. Okay. All right. What else are we feeling? Between the four, I'm just like, okay. Clearly, there's a lot happening. It's only the second, right? There's a lot happening this month. And it's going to feel like you thought it was done. Oh, no, there's more. You thought it was done. Oh, no, there's more. You thought it was done. Oh, no, there's more. So there you go. Look out for that. In the end, it's all good things. It's just, it's probably going to be, it's going to feel like a roller coaster ride. Yeah. Because there's a lot, it's an up and down energy that I'm seeing. And it's so funny because it kind of like descends into good things though. So I kind of want to say as a just like mindful encouragement, because the Hangman here reminds me of Jupiter. Every time I see him, I think of Jupiter and I think of Pisces energy. And it just makes me think, because of where my Jupiter is, and my Pisces energy, there's always an upside. There's always an upside to see. Some things may look like they're going down, but they actually are going up. So as long as you can remember that, you can almost program that to be the reality that you're experiencing, even though things may look like they're going downhill, because things are gonna look like they're going downhill. it's that's what it is. It's gonna look like shit's hitting the fan. It's gonna look like a lot to deal with. It's gonna look like, maybe not that you're constantly fighting, but there's gonna be challenges, but it's gonna be all good things in the end, all good things. So yeah, I'm not gonna beat that until it's dead. So let's see. Let's see what the mermaids have to offer in this message. What do mermaids have to say? Oh, wait. Are we going out of order? Because I think, yeah, whoops. Well, do we want to do that? We skipped the spirit animals. Normally spirit animals are next, telling us who's come through. Okay, well, let's see what the oracle of the mermaids is. Okay, well, this one is kind of stopping me. What's up? Who is this? Solitude. All right, what you want to say? Awareness underneath. Okay. Right away, I'm kind of getting a sense of like, take moments to be alone in your energy so that you can become aware. Bring awareness back to you. So she's so pretty. I love her. So that's solitude for you. She just looks introspective. It doesn't even look like sad or like, and she just looks so beautiful. Oh my God, I love how pretty she looks. She looks so like, it's pretty is not the word. It's beautiful. She looks like magnetic, like just a deep aura. It's so like, I don't know. I love it. I love this. I just love it. And then that's awareness. And I'm not gonna hold you. Awareness is reminding me of Jojo Siwa. Like in the face. Like, do you see what I see? I don't know. Anyways, okay. So that's what the mermaids had to offer and let us know. Now, what do spirit animals, what do y'all have to bring through? Who's gonna be with us this month? Who's coming through on the ride, on the journey? Y'all taking a long time. That's interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna let y'all come out, but who's with us in October? It's feeling a little lonely. It's feeling a little solitude, right? Interesting. So just one. Just one. And it's usually multiple spirit guides be coming through in this deck. Only one came out, and it's the White Raven Spirit saying trust in the magic. So it's giving, I'm getting a sense like you're gonna feel like you're alone. Like it's crickets, it's quiet. It's not normally that quiet, at least when it comes to your guidance and your team, but there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening this month. There's a lot that's gonna come through. There's a lot going on physically, and it might be actually hard to hear them. They might be underneath all the happenings. It might, there could also be like noise. Because yeah, I'm hearing a lot of the background, like our air purifiers are pretty loud. I mean, they're always pretty loud, but like I'm just hearing that right now. Anyway, focus. So yeah, you're probably gonna have a lot of things grabbing your attention and distracting you from hearing from the guidance that you're used to hearing. So taking time to make space for solitude, make space for moments alone so that you can tap in and hear your guidance that you've always heard or you always received but just couldn't see or just can't seem to see or receive. I don't know why I said couldn't see. So if you feel like the month of October is making it hard to see, maybe that could be a theme that comes up too. Who was at the bottom? So at the bottom we had Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. There's a good amount of blue here. And I'm clearing my throat like crazy now. I'm getting over something, but like throat chakra is pretty clear here. It's pretty clear that that's what's finna be the theme. Slow and steady, Turtle Spirit. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening, so it makes sense why you'd want to take it a bit slow and steady. Let's see what's happening in the dream realm. What's going on with the dreams here? What are we dreaming about? And what can we like expect to look for in dreams? Messages in dreams, or symbols to look out for, to know. Do I want to take that one? Okay, I'll take that one. Rabbit and fox. And she's a bit purple. Actually, she's matching my robe, which is so funny because... And she kind of looks like she looks like she's wearing a toga dress, but... A robe and a flower crown. Those look like both flowers and, what is that thing called? Those, like, maple leaves. Those kind of, like, leaves. I'm like, I don't have nothing close to me. I'm not reaching up for those. Oh, wow. Okay. Damn. The bottom of the deck, we have the Death Mother. Boy. Lord, October got a lot going on. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, right? Because October is what it is. It's that month. It's veil thinning month, right? And she has a purple robe on too. That's interesting. That's interesting. Only because I don't normally wear my robe. And I was, like, for a split second, I considered taking it off. And I was like, why would I do that? Like, why are you doing that? Who are you showing off for? This is how you were in the house all day. Like, not all day, but upstairs when I go upstairs, I got my robe on. So I came back downstairs and I had my robe on. So I was like, okay, let's get to reading for October. And it was like, take off your robe. Why? Why would I do that? And so I didn't take off my robe. And these two's coming through with the robe, with the purple robe at that. I don't know. I'm just like, oh, that's so... Okay. All right, so focus. Right, remember I told you it's going to be a lot of stuff that's like grabbing your attention this month. A lot of things are going to want your attention and probably your energy. So you are going to want to take time to be alone so that you can kind of like reset and decide like, do I want to give my energy to that? Do I want to? Yeah, because also here, ma'am. So I'm thinking of her. I'm saying her. Because I'm thinking of Saturn. That's why. I'm seeing this and I'm thinking of Saturn immediately. And I'm seeing this gold string. So this gold string, I'm also thinking of Dune. It's like, what's her name? It's like Jessica. Is her name in Jessica in the movie? The one who's his mom and like that transformation she goes through. Yeah, like, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. I hate movie spoilers, so I'm not going to go into it. But if you know what I'm talking about. And like the it's not Jezebel. The Bethel, I don't remember. It was some fancy weird name that this group of people she was involved with and like, you know, came up from and learned from, like this initiated group that had a really interesting name, Betha something, I don't remember, but they had this power about them to kind of make people manipulate. It was kind of manipulate people, make people do what they want, and they used a voice. And remember I said, oh yeah, let me just double check. Yeah, because it's possible that other colors could come through. This is my most recent deck, so yeah. Because even with the purple robe, there are other purple cards in this deck, but the background could have been purple. It's not. The background is blue. And also for her too. Like white with blue, or like barely any white actually. Like white highlights or accents or whatever. Gold accents and navy. Like, yeah, navy and what is this? Teal? Not teal. This is like seafoam green, which is a type of blue, in my opinion. So anyway, I say that to say the throat chakra, the throat activation, bruh. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm seeing it all over these cards. The more I'm seeing it all over these cards. So like there's a blockage, throat blockage that's going to be cleared this month. And it has a lot to do with all the things that are going on. So you see how she holding her arms, her hands, and her hands are like blocking her throat. And you see how she's holding her hands and her hands are to her throat. And she has this like gold string that she's holding. So anyway, I feel like it's important, especially the way I keep clearing my throat. You're going to be clearing your throat. And yeah, so Five of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. That's exactly what it is. You're going to be speaking up. Like, you're going to be speaking up, or you're going to be called to or needing to speak up about what's happening. And it's interesting, too, because my voice, like, I'm raising my voice, and it's like the louder I talk, the less I have to clear my throat, which is getting me to feel like, you know how when people are trying to get the attention of other people in the room, and so they go, and everybody looks at them, and it's like, yes, is there something you want to say? Like, I'm almost feeling like that's how you had to command attention, and you're like learning to stop doing what? You're learning to stop doing that? What? You're learning to stop doing that? Why was that so hard? You're learning to stop doing that. That sounds wrong. I know it's right. I hear it's right. But it sounds wrong. You're learning to stop doing that. That sounds wrong. Wow, this is tripping me out so crazy. In my head, it's like stop sounds wrong. Something about stop sounds like I'm not saying it right. Like I'm supposed to say you're learning to stopping and doing that, or like you stopped doing that, something like that, right? So it's like you're learning to stop doing that is trying to be stopped doing that, right? You stopped doing that. So apparently they're correcting me and saying that it's not like, yeah, like, okay, at the beginning of the month, you were learning to stop doing that. But this month of October, you've learned to stop doing that. Like, you've stopped doing that. You've stopped whatever you did to get people's attention, to pay attention to your words. Like, whatever you were doing previously to get people to pay attention to what you have to say, you're not doing that no more. So the month of October is going to be you seeing, like, how you communicate differently now so that people pay attention to what you have to say. What was it before that? There was something before that. What was it before that? See? You see? I lowered my voice for a little bit. I had to clear my throat immediately. So maybe, was it that? I think it was that. Raising your voice. So raising your voice. Raise your voice. You're learning to stop doing that. You're learning to stop doing whatever you were doing to get people's attention to like listen to you, and you're raising your voice. Yeah. So that you're starting to raise your voice. You're starting, to speak up. Saturn. What is Saturn? And underneath, oh my God. Like, I didn't need to be so, like, dramatic, but I'm telling you, it's crazy. I love when that happens. So I'm here going, and all I had to do was look at the bottom. Look at this. Who's that? The silence. The silence was underneath Death Mother. Am I telling you or what? Look how she's holding her mouth, and look what she got there. Who's that? Is that not the same skeleton? But it's the head. All right. Relax a little bit, because I'm telling you, this reading got me sweating. Almost immediately started sweating. And was feeling hot. What were we talking about? Okay, so. And what she's wearing is kind of like green, orange, yellow. It's like 3 colors in one. And all 3 of those. So like from green, well, there we go. Only color that's not there really is red, but she's a redhead. So, and I'm like hearing hothead. Oh my gosh. Okay. So from her heart, what did I say? The dress is green, orange, and yellow. So like green is the heart, orange is the sacral, or I'm skipping yellow. Green is the heart, yellow is the solar, and orange is the sacral, right? Those are the 3 lower energy centers minus the root, which the root is like on her head. She's redhead, and I heard hothead. And I'm seeing her covering her mouth, and it's given, and then this too, her Saturn right here, that's what I'm seeing. Saturn, the bone mother, as like that. Saturn as that is how I'm seeing it. Sitting right here. It's like literally before you used to hold back your anger, your rage, and what is like coming up for me is this realization I had like earlier this year that I left a job like a year ago, but it doesn't feel like a year ago. It's so funny. It feels like earlier this year, but nope. It was a year ago. I walked out of a job that, okay, that's not the point. I walked out of a job. I've never done that. I've never walked out of a job. And the reason I walked out of the job, at the moment I told them I was sick because I was sick to my stomach. And when I walked in, there were a few things that happened before I walked in the door. But I had walked into the building and there was things transpiring already. And I was like, what the fuck kind of day is this about to be? And as I walked into the door, more things transpired. And I was like, what's going on? And then I walked to my desk and I was like, oh, hell no. This is too much. And I went to the bathroom and I repressed it all. I swallowed it. I literally went to the bathroom, cried for maybe less than 5 minutes. I had to get it together real quick. So I went in the bathroom and and I forced it down, swallowed it all down. And then I walked out the bathroom, compressed, not compressed. What is it called? Compressed? That's not the word, but I guess I did. I compressed my emotions. I compressed my feelings. Is decompressed what I'm trying to say? I don't remember. There's whatever. There's if you know what I'm talking about, you can get what I was trying to say. So I walked out and I went back to the desk behind my desk. I did not sit at my desk because I was like, what the fuck is this? So no one addressed me about what was on my desk, what was going on with my desk. So I didn't touch my desk. And I went and I sat where I was actually sitting for the week because I had a project that I was pretty I wanted a bigger space, a bigger desk, a bigger table to work on my project. So I went and sat there, even though I didn't need to do that day. So anyways, I walked past my desk, went to the table behind my desk and sat down. And I started to do my work. And bless her heart, one of my coworkers came over and was talking to me about my desk. I had already seen it. I already processed as much as I could process at work, and like went to the bathroom and like did everything I needed to do to swallow it down and just hold my tongue. This coworker comes up to me. I think I already said God bless her heart, so you know it's a her. But anyway, came up to me and said what I, like, the obvious thing, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, said the thing that I thought. And I don't think she meant anything by it. I think she just was dumbfounded, as any normal person would be, and kind of was like, you know, trying to relate with me or whatever she was doing. But she did not understand that I was already on my last, like, with what I was seeing, because I already had a morning already before I even walked through the door and shit went down. And then I saw my desk and more shit went down. So then I had to go to the bathroom and swallow it all down. So for her to come to me after that and like affirm the feelings I was already feeling but swallowed, it didn't help. I wanted to throw up almost immediately. She said whatever she said. I don't even remember what, like, she just said something like, wow, I can't believe it, or something like that, you know, something to that effect, where she was just kind of like in disbelief, and to, like, rightfully so, in disbelief. And she set me off. And so, like, I wanted to throw up. I had to, like, I feel like I remember, like, we were standing up by the table. I told you that's not my desk, behind my desk. And I was like, I was bracing myself on the table because I felt like I was about to throw up. I felt that. I felt my stomach like pit and want to happen. Like, I felt that viscerally. And I felt sick. And I remember sitting down, and I remember telling her something that kind of like almost like shut her up quickly, because I couldn't take it. I couldn't take, you know, kind of commiserating the way that people do at work. Like, I can't do that. I'm so sensitive to energy. I can't do that. If I just compressed myself, like, to, you know, be calm at work and, you know, not lose it, I can't with you. I can't do that with you, because I just did that for myself, or like stopped myself from doing that. You know what I mean? So anyway, I just told her something quick to kind of like get her away from my desk so that I can do the work I needed to do for the morning. And my thought process was, get out of here as soon as you can. You need to get out of here as soon as you can. I don't even know what I was I couldn't even process like what I felt, how I felt sick, like what did I eat anything? No, I didn't eat for the morning yet. Like, why I wanted to throw, I couldn't even process none of that. I just had to get out as quickly as possible. And I knew like there were clients that needed to be taken care of, and I was the only one who had the last update with them. So I wanted to make sure that like I could put as much as I could in order for the next, you know, like team to do what they needed to do, you know, not leave people high and dry, basically. So I did that. I went to my, you know, the person I have to like check in with, and I was giving her the rundown. I was like, this would have to happen. Like, this is the time schedule. This is the set, blah, 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 blah. Check in with this, check in with that, da, 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 da. And I said, I'm not feeling good. So make sure you get this, because I'm about to go. And the manager, the person that would be managing me, came over. I don't even think this person, this manager, said good morning to me. I don't even know that much. All I know is this person started telling me what they needed me to do for today. And I was like, first of all, like, that the stuff they needed me to do was not even in my job description. It wasn't. But the simple fact that I wasn't even feeling well, I was like, I don't even got time to process that this ain't in my job description, like none of that. So what I ended up saying instead, when they came over and was like trying to give me the rundown, I was like, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not feeling well. I'm about to go. I'm just telling this person on the other team, just updating them on what's going on so that they could know. But after this, I'm going home. And they were like, oh, you don't feel well? It's like they were in disbelief. They didn't believe me. And I'm like, no, I don't feel well. I gotta go. And I said it like that, real firm. I don't even know if it came off like that. It might have came off worse. I have no idea, because I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. I don't know what my body's doing right now, but I don't like how I feel. I feel like I'm sick. I feel like I'm about to throw up on everything and everyone. I gotta get out of here. That's all I kept thinking. Just get going, gone, and take as much as you can. That's what I thought, because I didn't understand what was happening. So I just packed my stuff up, like opened my drawer, just threw everything that could fit in my bag, and just like walked out and left. And when I got out of, like, you know, went down the elevator and everything like that, got out the building, I don't even remember who I was talking to. I don't remember if I answered the phone or like what, but I remember I was talking to somebody, like really just walking away from the place. I didn't even get far. I walked away from the place and I was talking to somebody and I said, I'm so angry. I remember saying that. I remember that coming out of my mouth, and then everything else just spilled. Everything that I tried to like suppress and like compress and in the bathroom that I hid, like after I saw my desk and everything, all of that just went bleh. And then I realized, oh, that's why I felt like I wanted to throw up, because I bit my tongue so hard, and I kid you not, so like by the time I like started to word vomit on the phone everything that I felt, this like red, like I felt red from the bottom of my foot. And then I realized, oh, I'm not just angry, I'm enraged. I am enraged. And I was like, oh my God, I've never felt this before. And who I was talking to was the right person, was the perfect person to kind of like walk me through what I was feeling, because I had not experienced a rage that strong since I was a child. And I remember experiencing that rage as a child and blacking out. And to this day, I still don't believe fully, but like I have to take people's word for whatever they said that I did. But I'm like, I don't even know. Like that could be a lie. Who knows? I don't know. Because I was blacked all the way out. I would have thought I was like lying down on the floor. But the story I remember hearing from my friends about that day was that I spazzed out on somebody. Like, that I wilded out on somebody. And for saying something about my mother. I don't remember none of that. I don't remember a thing. And that story stuck with me like my whole life, to know for me to be alert when I feel heat rise in my body, because I know I'm getting to a boiling point where hothead. Yes, I'm getting to that point. And when I feel the heat rising to my head, my vision gets blurry. I can't see no more. And then the blackout will come. I know that. So I have spent my whole life since that moment, whatever happened that was told to me, managing this. And with this Saturn skull, with this skull here, and the way that I'm interpreting her being feminine energy, Saturn is feminine energy, like the bone mother. This is a ancestral rage that was passed down. This is an anger from the core of the feminine who came before you, and the feminine who came before her, and the feminine who came before her, and before her, and before her, and before her. Okay, because, I mean, we know this scientifically and, like, biologically that you were the egg inside of your mother's 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 mother. Every egg that ever existed was inside of way back then. And every egg that will exist kind of inside of you. So anyway, what she experienced is in you. And so, like, the rage she had to swallow, you have it here. And I'm feeling it wants to come out and be processed and be done. It wants to be cleared. It no longer wants to be a block for you and yours. So this bone mother here, death mother, literally death mother is what she says, right? It's not giving scary or like whatever, like none of that. Like I don't do that. So she's giving support, kind of like almost like a whisper in your ear, which is so crazy because where's the mouth? Where's her mouth? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm low-key freaking out. I need to relax. But this energy is like, it's giving like, this is the brunt of it, like the weight of it. This is the weight of it, right? You might talk like you never talked before, and I haven't really needed to clear my throat. I feel it right here, but like I'm talking at such a certain octave that I don't even need to clear it anymore, right? So anyway, her jaw is gone. Like, where's her jaw? Where's her jaw? Here she had a jaw. Here she had a mouth, and yours was covered. So it's almost like she would need to speak for you, but like, where's her body? Where's her, like, you know what I mean? But right now, nah. Her jaw's gone and your mouth is uncovered. And your, well, we'll come back to that, but your hands are at your mouth. So it's almost like you were covering your mouth and now you're lowering your hands. Lowering your hands, where her jaw should be is where these strings are hanging from and into your hands. So like her mouth piece and your hands are very connected. Because we're talking about third chakra. So we're talking about, So like Gemini energy, that's Mercury energy, hands and mouth. Anyway, there's a lot and I'm feeling hot. Yeah, man. I like, honestly, expect your ancestors to speak to you in your dreams. They're gonna, maybe they won't speak, maybe they'll show you things, and maybe they will show you, oh my god, I just got really emotional. Maybe they'll show you why they couldn't speak. Maybe they'll show you where the rage is coming from. Maybe they'll show you the place they walked out of, the thing that was their last straw, and what they wish they could have spoke about, but they didn't. Yeah. And her hands are blue. I mean, we already talked about that connection with the throat, but there's also that like golden moon on the forehead. This is crown chakra sleeping, like, yeah. And this is the dream oracle too, but anyway. So she was at the bottom. That's like the overall energy of your dreams for October. It's gonna be you're probably either gonna be seeing past lives, maybe your past lives or their lives that you are carrying the weight of, and that you are here to unblock in your throat. It's interesting because it says rabbit and fox, but I was staring at the fox and I was thinking about Naruto. I was thinking about the 9 tails, because, I mean, these aren't 9 tails, but That's 3 like waves from the tail. And the thing about Naruto and the 9 tails, if you know, the 9 tails is an entity is locked inside of Naruto, and it was locked inside by a member of his lineage. I'm gonna just say it like that, because I took so long to watch Naruto, and I'm like, I really don't like spoilers. So if you ever wanted to watch it, I don't want to tell you too much. But anyways, just to get you the point of what it is. Oh my God. Yes. Because I'm like, why would I see that? Okay, so the story with him was like, oh my God. It's making me so emotional. The story with him was his whole life. He felt really like isolated and alone, and really like he just wanted to be accepted, but he couldn't be accepted by the people of his village because of what had happened to him as a baby. And that had nothing to do with him. It had to do with his, like, the people before him, his lineage, his family, who he came from, right? It was a story that happened with them. And because of what happened with them, he was a vessel for this entity that everybody was so scared of. And he didn't even know what was inside of him. He didn't even know the power inside of him. So he wasn't, oh my God, y'all. Damn. Oh, jeez. He didn't know the power inside of him. And so he wasn't afraid. He didn't know why people were afraid of him. He didn't understand what was going on with people and him. And, what ended up happening was, as he got older, he discovered the power inside of him, and he had to learn how to control it. He had to learn how to, whether to use it to his advantage, if to use it to his advantage, when and how, and all that stuff. And the thing about the tails, so the three emotions, or I'm gonna say emotional waves, right? For him, if he had too much of an emotion, right? If he wasn't controlling his emotions, and Naruto's a very emotional boy becoming man. Anyway, if he was not in control of his emotions, the 9 tails would, that fox, that entity, would start to gain control of his body and take over him. And so he was a very strong boy that had the power to kind of like contain this beast, this monster. But when his emotions got the better of him, he was no longer strong enough to contain this monster. And so the monster like always wanted him to lose control of himself. And so the thing about the 3 tails was that was supposed to be the limit. Like, 1 tail comes out, oh shit. 2 tails comes out, oh God. 3 tails come out, everybody needs to get this man under control immediately. We need to calm him down. He's going to, he's gonna kill somebody, right? Like, this is bad. This is bad news. So, oh my gosh. Anyways, the whole thing about the rabbit and the fox. So, the rabbit, she's supposed to be the rabbit, apparently. Right? So this very calm, little, meek, hiding her throat person is the rabbit. It has a fox with 3 tails, 3 emotional currents, emotional waves next to her. Right? And so you can almost think of it like the entity that is next to her, that she carries with her, that she has carried with her for her whole life, right? And so it's kind of like, and the way that it's showing up for me here, it's giving protector, right? So it's not entirely the same story with Naruto, obviously can't be, but it's something similar. It's given a similar energy. And so like this something that has been with you your whole life, right? I'm thinking of Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, and Lilith as an energy, and how she's very feral and primal and instinctual, and has been, by most people, her story is suppression, right? So like everyone has their own Black Moon Lilith, and wherever that is, in whatever sign, whatever house, is the area of life and how that energy expresses for you that you want to suppress, right? But that energy does not like or want to be suppressed. No energy wants to be suppressed. Every energy wants to be expressed, and expressed, they want to be expressed, but for your betterment and for your health and wellness, you want to express them with a harmony and a balance about it, right? You don't want to just rawly express this energy, and next thing you know, people out here losing their life, losing their life, because you're out here expressing something that's very dangerous. You know what I mean? So you're going to want to have like control of that. But at the same time, I feel the heat in my throat right now. And the candle is like puckering back there. It's popping. But I feel the heat in my throat right now. What were we saying? Lilith wants to be expressed. Every energy wants to be expressed. You just have to know how to express it safely for yourself and for others. Right? But suppressing is not the answer. Suppressing is never the answer, because the way that it seeps out, right? Kind of like that 3 tails, 9 tails story. It seeps out in a very dangerous way for you and others. And usually it's in an insidious way. So it's kind of like a poison. Instead of it coming out like and just out here, like often people in a scary way, in a dangerous way, like so bold and like, what's the word? Like so obviously dangerous. It comes out in an insidious way, which is more like a poison, which, it's like a subterfuge kind of energy, like secret, kind of manipulative, behind the curtains, like pulling strings type. What is that? Pulling strings. But, anyway. Whew, child. This is a lot. This is a lot. A lot has happened last month. So I expect channeling energy like this is going to be more, but like, oh God, this is a roller coaster ride. I'm telling you, that's how October is going to feel, like a roller coaster ride. There's a lot of energy happening. So, yeah, look out for your rabbit, and your rabbit is the meek version of you. Look out for your rabbit and your fox, your protector energy that wants to be expressed in your dreams. That wants to be expressed in your dreams. These two energies will show up in your dreams along with the bone mother and your foremothers and their stories. What they couldn't speak about and what they experienced that was harmful to them, that they couldn't express or say anything about, that they just had to deal with, and however, that story went. So, oh my goodness, I think that's everything. Is there anything else, y'all? Is there anything else? Do we want to do a ritual about it? All right. God, this is a lot, y'all. Oh my goodness. Now my throat is starting to, I feel pressure. I shouldn't say hurt, but I feel it. My throat is kind of like, all right, let's wrap this up. So let's get one ritual for the month of October. One ritual that will be helpful for the month of October. Guys, come on. This is a lot. That's too much. Okay, one says listen to your body when you're around people. Your soul will let you know if you are in a place that nurtures or drains you. That felt important, so okay, fine. Listen to that, okay? Okay. The rest too? gosh. Okay. So the other one says, when the days feel long and the hills seem steep, tune in to the magic within. You are here and the world is better for it. Okay, that feels important too. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, I got it. So these are words of encouragement. We don't have to do the rituals on it, but just the words need to be seen. This one says, oh, let me put on the other one. Put up the other one. When it feels like you are back to step one, remember you're simply entering a new phase of the journey with lessons from the previous phase in hand. That feels, yeah, okay. All right. So those were the ones that I saw. So that's the ones that I said. Now, the bottom of the deck is the one I will take for the ritual, okay? So the bottom of the deck says, when you can't escape life's messiness, look for solace within, in a safe space where you can listen to the quiet and be fully yourself. That, yes, that feels very right. That goes with solitude right here. So the ritual here says, do you have a safe space in your mind? If not, now is a great time to create one. Yes. Build this world slowly. All right? Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. Build this world slowly with intention and with guidance from your inner child. I love that, okay? All right. So that's the ritual for this month. Oh my gosh. I can't even. I'm like, I was trying to act gangster just now, and it's like they shut that down immediately. Like, what? You're gonna be showing up like this all the time now. I'm like, okay, fine. It's fine. So soon you might see some snot running from my nose because of all that I just went through with this whole reading. So I'm gonna go now and take care of myself because that was a lot, and I've never had that much emotion come through a reading like that. So if that don't tell you what October finna be like, oh my God, I forgot to take pictures. Damn. Okay, well, it'll just have to be this part. Now you know why the picture at the end doesn't have the dreams. But you knew it was the Death Mother and the rabbit and the fox. And underneath the Death Mother was the silence. She was a redhead. Okay, so that's that. Oh, thank you so much. Good luck. It's gonna be great. Don't worry. It's gonna be at the end. So don't worry. It looks crazy. It feels crazy, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just take a moment of silence for yourself. And maybe for the old you too. Like, you know, pour some libations for her and the people that came before you. So, okay, I'm gonna go now.